All right, so now that we've got that one out the way, we're going to have a little bit more fun. It's a two-parter here. So we are going to make our wide receiver core, which usually consists of 3 wide receivers. G. Mike, you're up top. You go first, my man. Who do you got?
So are we doing a snake draft, or are we just going straight up like your 3?
Just straight up with your 3.
All right.
Straight up my 3? Okay.
Yeah.
For size and strength and durability and the potential of outcatching probably almost anybody on this list, I'm going Calvin Johnson, number 1 for sure. The guy can block. The guy can jump higher than most wide receiver, and the dude is like 6'4". He's strong as hell. You're not going to tackle him easily. You got to go straight for his legs, so I'm going to get him there. He's going to give me a lot of yards after the catch for sure. Number 2, I'm going Antonio Brown. The guy was elusive. He was fast. It was hard for him to get tackled on that first tackle. You would need 2 or 3 guys to tackle him. Even though he's a little itty-bitty guy, he was out there running after yards after catch. He was getting him. He is arguably top 5 in NFL history when it comes to
twerk in your face after doing it. So
yeah. I'm talking about prime Antonio Brown, Steelers Antonio Brown.
I know
not last year Steelers either. I'm not talking about
twerked it back in Pittsburgh, man. He threw it back then, man. He was throwing it back.
And then number 3, I gotta go with the Andre Johnson. This guy was another big receiver, but he was faster. I think he was a little bit faster than Calvin Johnson and probably had a little less big hands when it comes to catching the ball than Calvin Johnson, but he was a great receiver. He can block with the best of them. He was strong. He was athletic. And with the mindset that he has, that he's not scared of nobody that's lining up against him, I need that on my squad. So I got Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, and Andre Johnson, baby.
It's a hell of a lineup, man. I loved Andre Johnson, even as a Colts fan. I hated going against him. All right, so I'm going to go with my 3 here, and I'm just going to go just on pure size on this one, man. I'm going to go with Calvin Johnson as my number 1, obviously, in this one. I'm going to go Julio Jones in this as well, and give me Mike Evans, just because the triple threat size of all these guys, they're going to be able to overcatch everybody out here. Now, there's definitely some good ones. D-Hop was definitely in there, and you can't forget about Larry Fitzgerald, just his sure hands. I really wanted to throw him in there, but the way I was making this work was all these guys are over 6 foot tall, bigger receivers, could moss anybody. So my 3 is going to be Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, and Mike Evans.
We already know who BC picking for sure.
No, I'm going to surprise you guys, and I'm sorry. I love Mike Evans. I love him. He is my second favorite Buccaneer of all time. I love the dude. Dude is one of the best wide receivers of his generation.
Wait, who's your first?
All right. I'll cut to the chase.
No. I'm saying, who's your first favorite Buccaneer?
Oh, first favorite Buccaneer is Warren Sapp. You know, I built my whole Little League career.
My guy. This is where he's from. Look. This is where he's from.
I'll show some love for that, man. Yep. I'll show some love, dude. Favorite Buck growing up. But Mike Evans is definitely number 2. But yeah, I love him. But if I'm wanting somebody for size, there is one guy on this list who I just, at his peak, just does it better. I gotta be honest with it. I gotta put the bias aside. I gotta have Calvin Johnson, Megatron, as my big body dude. You want to throw it in the end zone too. He's a little bit bigger, a little bit more durability, a little just better athlete all around. I just got to give him that slight edge over Mike. My number 2, if I want that wide receiver that I know if I'm going to throw it to him, if it's third down, I need somebody to come down with a catch. He's not going to drop it. Larry Fitzgerald. One of the greatest pass catchers, not the greatest reception, like pass catching in the league's history. I know that if I throw it to him, he's going to catch it. He's going to get that first down. Larry Fitz. And then somebody in my slot, somebody that's going to be quick, somebody that's going to be agile, and somebody that shoot. If I need to get also a kicker or punt return out of 2, he's going to curb stomp the kicker or punter and go run it back for 6. Antonio Brown, man, AB. I got to have – that's how I'm going to construct my team. I got somebody with big body. I got somebody with sure hands, and I got somebody that I'm going to fit in the slot and run back kicks and punts. AB, man.
I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and just do this while our 3 as a recap real quick. G, Mike, you go ahead and kick us off, and your 3 and why briefly, and go.
Yeah, I got Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson, and Antonio Brown, baby.
All right, give me Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, and Mr. Mike Evans for size. Good luck trying to stop these guys.
It's sacrilegious for me leaving Mike off this list, but I gotta leave the bias at the door. Give me Calvin Johnson for my big body. Give me Larry Fitzgerald for the sure hands. And then give me AB for my slot.